the camera that has been coming out with the device. So you can just imagine the picture quality and everything that comes out with the Windows mobile device. Okay, so when we talk about the platform, as I already mentioned, Windows Phone is Microsoft, the new mobile platform, which is the successor of Windows Mobile, that is 6.5 versions. It's also based on the Windows CE kernel, and it was released on November 8, 2010. So it was when it was initially released, it was released when, at that time the primary focus was with Nokia devices. Then Nokia and Microsoft went into a partnership to provide the brand for Lumia with variety of versions, starting from I think the very first version is the Nokia Lumia 800. Then comes the different other varieties like 720, 620, 625. Many other the devices targeting the different consumer market. Right now, the Windows Phone platform supports up to 25 languages, where Microsoft is really working hard to increase the language that supports under the platform. So this is the brand new, where we normally term it as a modern design. But I think the slide has been mentioned as Metro design. Metro is a word which we use initially, but now we term it as a modern UI design. If you can see the live tiles, the blocks, the different colored blocks. So that is the modern UI design which Microsoft has focused really on to get the next generation UI to the consumers. If you see Windows 8, Windows Phone 7, 7.58, everything is on the modern UI design principles. The present software development kit that is available for the Windows Phone application development is the Windows Phone SDK 8.0. Prior to that, we have 7 and 7.5, which is targeting the Windows Phone OS 7 and 7.1. Now, Windows Phone 8, SDK 8.0 has a lot of new features, new enhancements, new APIs that has been integrated with the SDK compared to the previous versions, where Microsoft has looked into the loopholes of the existing version. They have fixed almost more major of the fault that has been available from the previous versions. Even Microsoft focus was more on using a single device, building the SDK and the operating system on top of it. But with the release of SDK 8.0, all the consumers who are using the 7.1 or 7.5 version, they need to upgrade their hardware devices to the 8.0's hardware. You can see the amount of changes, amount of work which Microsoft has done over there to rectify all the issues, basically. So if we want to develop the applications for Windows Phone, normally these are the tools that has been Microsoft provide free of cost. There is no licensing as of now, where Microsoft has imposed all the students as well as the developers to start downloading their we can say the environment like Visual Studio 2012, Silverlight, HTML5, everything, and we can start building apps on the. Who are the developers? They can definitely step in and they can start building the apps. And the marketplace. So this is a very important topic we need to see as well as on the today's session. So once we develop the application, how we can put it onto the market and share it across to the wider audience groups. Targeting the different markets and the categories. So the registration base fee is $19. Initially it was $99, where Microsoft has worked on with some promos and other things. They made it as $19 for quite some time. Actually, it was till August 26th. It was $19, but Microsoft has extended that. So anyone, if they want to start developing the app and put it onto the marketplace, or they want to monetize their app, they can start registering to the marketplace with $19. Build the app, put it onto the marketplace. And for students, it's always free, where Microsoft is focusing more on student group now. So students with their valid Spark, I think it's DreamSpark, sorry. They can register with the DreamSpark ID and they can start, building the app and put it onto the marketplace for free. So they don't need to invest even the $19. Okay, so this is a small graph which I got it from the official network, where the app download strength that has been gone to 2 billion downloads after the Windows Phone 8 has been launched. So this is the initial start. When Windows Phone 7.0 was released, it was with 17 countries where the download strength has been gradually increased, and now it has been really touching the 2 million download. Just a second, there is a question. Please provide the URLs where you have to register. Sure, let me, at the end of the session, I'll show you all these, the URLs, resources where exactly you can register and start, building, start registering and registering the marketplace, registering for the App Studio, and the normal resources which will be very useful to just look around and start building your app. Okay, so what is this App Studio all about? Microsoft is really focusing on capturing the mobile market. Basically, if you see the mobile market, it's always Android that tops the market. It has a number of apps, number of junk apps, I can say, number of unsecured apps. There are a lot of apps simply that shows a static data. There are a lot of apps which shows content that is exactly over the web. So basically, Microsoft targets developing the quality apps and putting onto the marketplace where it really improves the user experience as well as providing a good content to the end users. Similarly, since the Android tops the market, followed by iPhone, that's iOS, Mac market, and the third is the Windows Phone market when it comes to global marketing strategy. But when it comes to the Asian market, it's like Android tops the market and followed by Windows Phone, basically. So Microsoft has really come up with a very good approach, just called as the Windows Phone App Studio, where if you have some idea, just if you want to implement those ideas without any programming knowledge, you can definitely do that with a simple, user experience of a web page where you can just, think on the UI perspective, how you want to present your content to the audience. So these are the 4 basic steps that the App Studio normally requires to build an app, then publish onto the marketplace. This is really amazing. You can see with the 4 simple app, you can build your application and put it onto a marketplace without any programming knowledge. So the main idea behind this App Studio is this App Studio can be very useful to build an app for the commercial perspective as well as for the enterprise perspective. Where if you want to do a prototype, if you want to build a small prototype, show it or showcase it to a client, you can definitely do that with this App Studio. Just build with some sample data, sample images, or a sample list, or get it from the different data sources, put it out over here, build a small prototype. You can showcase the prototype to your clients. Try to convince them with all the possible ways the App Studio can build across. If you really want to if you really don't want to put time and effort over here to build a real-time app and show it on to your clients, you can definitely use this App Studio to build a prototype and send it across. So the basic step which I tell, the first one, if you have an app idea, start using this, add your content, then build the style. Basically style the application. There are a number of options over there. If you're a regular smartphone user, when you try to open an app, there are a couple of steps that will be initially loaded, like the splash screen. That is a very important first impression of your app. As soon as your app has been opened, there will be a beautiful splash screen where it will be showing about the app or some information, some basic information about the app. So you can style that according to your need. And when it comes to Windows Phone app, at the bottom we have the application bar where it has the different icons, the menus that have been available. If you want to style an application bar, based on your colors or based on the icons, everything, that can also be done over here. So number of styles, number of things that can be done. Where in the beta version, I can personally feel that there are some limitations, but Microsoft is really working hard to make this App Studio really effective for any non-programmers to build an app and publish onto the marketplace. And the final step, publish it, to the marketplace with a single, click, just a click on that, it will automatically create the package and send it across to the marketplace. And we can say there are a number of other things, other beautiful options also available over here, right? The App Studio builds the app, gives the source code to us. So I don't see any third-party app or any third-party studio basically which has been termed as a very powerful app studio to build the app. They give us the real source code. So this app studio is really beautiful, where it gives a complete solution with all the references, and you get packages, everything in one shot. Just download the application source code. Then if you are a programmer, you can definitely play around with the code over there. Just design it, or if you want to incorporate any native features. I can say one more disadvantage over here is we can't use the native features. Native features is if you want to use the native OS, the SDKs features, like if you want to incorporate a Wi-Fi enabled process, or if you want to do a Bluetooth enabled process, those things we can't do basically. So this is specifically on the first stage of the App Studio, where I think Microsoft will definitely look into these options, because we can see nowadays most of the apps are very user friendly, where on a single click we do take the Wi-Fi enabled process, the network enabled process, everything in a single shot. Most probably we'll hope that Microsoft will be working in those areas. If you have any questions, you can just put across. And also, I want this session to be more interactive. My main focus on this session is I just want to see your feedback on this App Studio after looking all these demos. Then you can definitely put across over here, where I will definitely pass on those feedbacks to the Microsoft product team who really works on this App Studio, so that they'll come up to the better App Studio, the coming releases. When they make it as a final release, it will be really useful for you. Okay, so this is how the demo we are going to see today. So there are a number of templates that has been available with the App Studio. We'll see the inbuilt templates that has been available over there. Then we'll try to get an RSS feed, make use of the RSS feed, build an amazing app with all this styling, showing the images in the list and everything. Then we'll try to use the Flickr source, get all the Flickr images, Flickr photos, and show it onto a beautiful interface. Then we'll try to get a YouTube source. Some videos from YouTube, show it onto the app, and finally some custom data source. We also will get some data source and show it onto the application. We'll do all these without writing a single line of code. So that is going to be the App Studio's pro, where will not do a single line of code. Everything will be done in the background, where from the UI you will be targeting to build the interface on. Very much user friendly to end users. Okay. So this is the App Studio. That's apps.windowsstore.com. So you need to have a valid Windows Live ID. Basically, I think everyone should know about the Windows Live ID. We should have a live ID to log into this environment, and so these are some of the stuff where Microsoft has provided. Just go over this, you can definitely understand the beautiful features that have been available. So let's directly jump into this demo. So this is a start building button, where you just click on that. My session is expired. Let me sign in again. So this App Studio is over the web. So that is one thing again, very much beautiful, where directly jump in and start building your application, sitting anywhere in your office or in your holiday, or anywhere you want, you can sit and start building your app. And to be more specific, we don't need a Visual Studio here, we don't need a SDKs over here. So even in a 10-inch tablet, you can start building an app. Just logging into the environment, I'm just using my live ID, my offline ID. Okay, so this is the App Studio's homepage, I can say, where we have two options over here. Let's see both options. One is creating an empty app. Always when I try to start building an app, I always go with creating an empty app. I will not use any templates, because the UI is something that should be very creative, and it should be on our mind. So I try to build my own template. or if you want to build an app within some hours or within few minutes, then there are ready-made templates that has been available. So these are the templates. So if you see if you just move your cursor onto the different bottom UI blocks, it tells about the template. So this is called the My City template. This is called the My Diet template. This is My Hero and many other templates. So I can see. I think the App Studio was released 3 weeks before. From that point, I think there are 2 updates that has been already done for this App Studio. In terms of the data sources, I think recently they added the Flickr data source. A week before, and the templates. There are a couple of templates that has been added on top of it when they released the first version. I think 3 weeks before. So I think first demo is using the inbuilt templates. So let's use one inbuilt template. Let us see which template will go with us. I prefer going with my trip template. Just click on that. It will show. The basic screenshots of the default data over there. What we can do with this template. So this is basically the mighty template where you can add the photos, or where you can put what is the trip you have been done, what are the dates, or basically the diary and other things. So just click on create app. It will just load the basic templates that will be used to where you can put your data source over there and build the app exactly as it shows over the template. Taking a couple of seconds. Let's just wait over here. Okay, so these are the 4 steps. That's it. From 1 to 4, you're done with your app. The first step which I mentioned is the app information. So I'm just going to give my app app title here, BDotnet trip, and a small description. Let it be the description. BDotnet trip. Something, or if you want blah blah blah, you can just type it over here. And this is a logo. It should be of 160 x 160 pixel. You can just create, take a beautiful logo, put it across over it. Let's try to do that as well here. I think I should be having a sample logo here. Okay, I have a sample logo for that. Let me use that. Okay, so I have that icon with the exact specification at 160 pixels, so I can see the logo has been added over here. And this is very beautiful thing. At the right side, we have the preview window, or the Windows Phone preview window, where whatever changes you have done over here, it automatically reflects onto the right side's the preview window. Add anything, it will be automatically updated over here. So once you design this, the first step, that is the app information stage, just click on next on to the, that has been available on the top. So it will go to the next step, that is configuring the app content. So this is basically where you put all your data over here. Try to get some data source or put your own data content over here, or whatever way you want. You can definitely do that with this configuring the app content. Since we are using a template, there's 4 different data sources over here. So five different I can say. One is the photo collection, that is to show all these photos over there, and the other one is the diary collection, where you can show the dates wise specifications over there. I think the low collection, next one collection, they are the separate set of data sources. So what we can do over here is we will just try to edit the sections and see how the data source has been available over there, how we can edit it as per our requirement. Since we have the 5 different data sources over here, these are the 5 different sections that has been available. So if you see the sections here, so these are the 5 sections, which means 5 different pages basically. The place, photo, diary, fellows, and the next one. Each section has their own data source and will have their own pages. Data source is nothing but the data, and the page is nothing but the UI. So let's see let's first see the data source for the places. So this is a simple HTML content page. So where you have, you can take any HTML, if you want, you can put your own HTML content over here with the tags, or if you want, you can change it. Data source. That's it. You have done. Save the changes. it will be automatically available in the data source. And the section page is a UI. Just click on that, where you can put the content exactly, the title over here. I put BDotnet, the header over here, BDotnet title, the content. So if you want to get the content, you can get the content from the data source basically. So it's like a one-on-one mapping where I have the content, I have the data, data source is being and as well as the page as well onto the particular section. So these are some basic things that have been basically required to build the app over here, and these are some extra options where you can configure or change it based on your requirement. If you want to do text on speech, that's a speech, text to speech, you can do that, or enable or disable with a simple button clicks. Or if you want to add the share option over here, you can do that. Everything is going to be pretty straightforward. We are not going to do anything much over here. Just enable or disable using the switches over here. And this is a preview button where just click on preview. It will show you the changed, the information that we have changed over here, that reflects over here after clicking on this preview button. I think this is one of the cool feature where we will see the changes then and there and try to, see what changes we can incorporate after doing all this UI and other stuff. Then just clicking on save will save this particular page, particular data source page as well. And the second page, the photos, the photo collection data source. So this is one of the beautiful option I can see, where if you want to have a static data source or a dynamic data source, you can do the straightforward over here. So these are the different photos that has been added, that has been static data source that has been added over here. You can edit or you can delete it, whichever option if you want, you can do that. Just clicking on the particular item, it shows the item name, the image, the subtitle, the description, everything. Or if you want to add a new item, just click on create. It will just open the same editing option where you can put your own photo options, okay, etc. The subtitles and everything, and clicking on add will add the data to the particular data source. And the image can be of this particular size, which is 715 into 715 pixel. You can reduce that, or if you want, you can have a small thumbnail as well. And I'm not going to do that. Okay, let me see if I have some images over here. This is a so I'm just taking a sample image over here. Okay, so you can see the image. It's not exactly 715 pixel, but it has accepted the exact size that has been available. Just click on this the tick button will add the item. I think adding at the background. Let us see. Okay, it's added. This is the point I got a bit confused whether it's adding or not. There is no proper information. It should be on the second page. Okay. So you see, the item has been added. I'm not sure why it has added 2 times. Okay. Not deleted. Okay, fine. Let it be. I'm just closing this data source as well. So you can see this data source. We can change it or add. We can create our own data source based on the way if you want to add some images, or if you want to show only the text content, or whatever way you want, you can create your own data source, which is basically a list, and you can show that onto the sections page. So the right side you can see the image that we have added that also shows up over here, and just we are going to click on the sections page. which is basically a page that has been added, that has been binded to the data source. So these are the different layouts we can see. Based on the data source, there are a number of layouts that have been pre-configured over here. So for this data source, we have two layouts. Just click on any of these layouts. We can see the output at the right side. We'll take this layout. Do some small stuff over here. Just see what are the things we want to show up. In the content, I want to show the title as well as the image. Then click on preview, show. It will reflect the changes over here. If you see the changes have been reflected. Save changes. That's it. So similar way, I think you got the point where how to add a data source as well as a page over here. That's it. Then let's clicking on next, we'll move on to the next step, which is the app, configure the app style bit. I think I'm running out of time. Let me do it a bit faster so that we'll see the demos as well. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Meanwhile, I just try to get the data sources. I added earlier. Okay, these are some of the data sources which I kept it ready, where I can use it for the demo. So okay, this is the styling part basically, where you can style your app completely. If you want to change the color of the accent brush, you can do that. If you want to do a simple color background, just click on the color you want, so it will automatically take that particular background or the image which you can take. So it was already clear. And the foreground brush, background brush, everything we can change it. Okay, so this is the first step of the styling, and second is the tiles. So Windows Phone is known for the tiling, the different tiles, the live tiles and the flip tile, the cycle tiles, and many other tiles. So these are three different options available over here, where you can try to edit any of the style, the tile you want. I'll just go with the iconic template. Just click on the edit. It will show the options available. So if you want to have your own, some other image icon, you can just take it over here. If you want to put some content on the different contents onto the tile. This is content 1, content 2, this is wide, content 3. So it will be showing the exact output the preview over here onto the right side. Just click on that and it will automatically take it over here. Then the next step, and the final summary, where the App Studio will build the app and it will be giving out the app as a package, as a source code, or we have the option to email the app package as well. It takes I think my network is a bit slow now, I'm not sure, even though I use a 4G network. Okay, so this is the summary. So we have the images over here. What are the images we have used from the data source? It takes all the images, shows here, and we have 5 different sections, 10 different pages, and 4 different data sources. This is a simple summary which the App Studio tells. I can say a developer over here tells end user. So this is how your app is going to take over. So I can make the app as a public app where the user can see it and use it. I just don't make it public here because it's not a real app. Just click on generate over here. It will start generating the application. I'm not sure how long it's going to take because it depends on the app, depends on the content we upload, and many other things. So let's hope it takes very less time to build the app. Meanwhile, what we'll do is I'll just give a small idea about the different data sources. So the second one is the RSS feed. So I know everyone should be aware of what an RSS is, which is basically a website's feed. So we'll try to get one feed and put it across as a data source and see how the data source gets the RSS feed. And the second one is the Flickr source, that is a Flickr images. We'll use a Flickr API, get the Flickr images, show it onto the screen. And third one is the YouTube source. YouTube, basically the YouTube videos if you want to show it onto the application. Custom data sources, which is the one I have shown you, which is the static and the dynamic one. That is a custom data source, where if you can add your static content or if you can have a dynamic content, and show that as well. Okay, so now the app is ready. So this is where you can download using by scanning this QR code, or these are the two options. If you are a non-developer, if you want to package, if you want to upload your app directly, that is the .xap file, you can download this publish package. Just click on that and you will get the .xap file. Or if you are a developer, if you want to do some more toppings on top of it, just download the source code. Click on that, will get the complete package. That is app.zip. I'll just save it onto my desktop. And the last option is email, I guess. That is the one. I'm not sure why it's not showing here. So we can send this app as an in the email. That basically we can share this as across the different teams, or if you want to share it across your colleagues, we can do that using this share the email option. Okay, I think it's still taking some time. Okay, meanwhile, let's go back and see the options over here. There is an option called dashboard. Just click on the dashboard. It will show you the different apps which we developed using this the Windows Phone App Studio. So these are some of the apps I tried it out earlier. And this is the app which we have done right now, BDotnet trip. So the status is generated. The clicking on this will again open that the summary app studios the content which I have shown previously. So this is the dashboard. Now let's see how we can create the app using the empty template over here. Once again, I went back to the create page, then selected the empty dashboard empty template. I'm just going to give my business description. More, then I use a logo. I'll try to use a logo, arrow logo. Okay. Then the step remains the same. Only thing is the data source changes over here. Data source and the app content. Basically, when you compare this with the existing demo, there we have seen some templates and predefined data sources, predefined UI content that has been already there. But here it's pretty empty. You can add your own content. So for a developer, this is where we want. We want to put our own content. We want to put our own UI. We want to put our own imagination over here. So I think this is the best place where I personally feel I can step in and start developing my application. So I just click on this add section, add menu. So these are two different options. The add menu is basically if you want to add a menu list here. So let's do that first. By debug menu, I'll just add a menu item first. So here I can have two options. One is if you want to add a section item or an URL. Let's do with adding a URL first. I'll try to add my website first. Okay, so this is my website URL. I'll just add it. Okay. Then the URL. I just give my URL. If you want to change any image, basically a small icon image over there, you can change it. Otherwise, just click on save. So the first item is saved. Let me add another item. So add a URL. I'm not sure this is the right URL. Just for a sec, I'm just adding it over here. I'm just saving that URL as well. So this is the menu item. So you can see the menu item. As and when I add a menu item, it reflects over here. Let me save it so that there is a menu readily available for me, which is nothing but a simple menu structure. If I want, I can change the menu layout as well. Just click on the menu layout over here. There it has the different layouts. If you want to show it in this list, or if you want to show it as a the list, the other layout, or if you want to show a simple text alone, there are different layers. Just click on that the layout which you wish to take it across. Okay, so this is the first option I just want to show. Let's see, I can add access feed over here and take for what I'm doing is I'll add another section which is add section. Okay, so here comes options where I can select the data source. Let's see, if I debug RSS. Okay, so these are the different data sources which I already mentioned. An RSS feed, a YouTube, a Flickr, HTML, whatever way. I'll take the RSS feed over here. Then let me go. Let me take my feed. Okay, this is my feed. I'm just copying my feed and take the data source to my feed. User RSS. Then click on Save Changes. So this is where I've added a section. Now we need to add the data source on the page. Basically, data source is the data, the RSS feed URL, and the page is nothing but the layout. First, let's go with the data source. Okay, so when I click on data source, you can see there is a predefined, pre-configured, or whatever you say. As we know, the blog.windows.com, that is Microsoft blog. So that is already there. Let me put my when the RSS which I copied and click on refresh. Okay, RSS will not support them. It's not supported. Basically used to support. I already done it once. Let's see if it's taking. Okay, now it does. I'm not sure what is an issue. So now it's taking my RSS feed. It gives all the the URL feeds that I have configured in my blog. Basically, I've configured up to 10 latest blogs that has been available with from the data source. So you can see the complete list over here. There is no author. The published date is here. The title is here. The ID, that is basically the URL, is here. Just click on Save Changes. Now the data source is ready. Basically, our RSS feed gets the data, and now it's been ready to display onto your the page. Basically, if you, we want to design that page, so we can click on this sections page where we have beautiful layouts. So this is very interesting. There I have number of layouts. Just click on the layout over here. You can see the layout. The right side screen. You can see the different layout previews. Pretty good. So this is where the designing, the UI, the styling is really awesome with this App Studio. So let's see. I'll take one section. I'll just go with this layout. I'll just put my title as RSS feed. Okay, so these are the other three options where by default, it has been taken. We can change it if at all you want to change any of the information. Say for example, I want to change the title over here. Instead of title, I want to show some other data. So just click on that. You can see these are the available data. So I think I can show some published date. Let it be, and summary that has been required, and image URL. Let it be. Just click on preview. You can see instead of title, the main data has been, it takes the content with the data. So we can change it for all these fields. What are the changes you want? You can just click on the icon on the right side, just click on that and select which field you want to show. And I tried to add extra field, but I don't think we can do that because the layout has been pre-configured to have only couple of the base content, the base title, text. The layout has been structured in such a way. Just click on Save Changes. Okay, then this is the first page. That is the first page where it shows the list of blog posts. Next is when clicking on that particular blog post, we need to show the content or the specific content. So there is one more page called Info where these things have been added by default. They're not added. They're not adding it in the step-by-step process. They have been added in the initial stage. So this also has the predefined layouts of the structures. I can say just Again, the process remains the same. Just click on this bind to data, what are data you want to show. You can change it. I can show the published data content. If you want to show some images, go over here, you can do that. And here comes the extra features where if you want to do a text to speech, add text, just to enable or disable. You can do that by clicking on these switch buttons. And other things remain the same. Just close it, save changes. So it will automatically save the changes over to this particular data source. So right now we have done the 2 pages. One is the menu, one is the RSS. Let's try and take the other 2 things. Other is the Flickr one. Okay, now I'm adding one more section. This section acts as the pages basically. So I'll take a feed. So here is the new data source, Flickr. Feed. Just click on save. So this is the first step configuration. Now the data source comes to the picture. So I just click on this Flickr data source feed, where we can do a search based on a particular keyword. If you want to do a Flickr search based on Lumia 1020, let's do that and click on refresh. So these are the latest Lumia 1020 photos that has been uploaded to the Flickr search. So this is one of the options where I can collect the information, show it across on the screen, or if I want to use my own search ID. So this is one of the beautiful Lumia 1020 photos that has been uploaded by a user. I'm taking that user ID, bring it over here and click on refresh. So you can see the images that has been taken by that particular user that will be listed over here. So these are the images which has been shown over here. Just click on save. So we are ready with the Flickr feed now. Now go to the sections page where you can design the UI. How you want to show the images on the basically on the UI page. So again, the layout and other things remain the same. They are the different layouts. These are the 2 different. If you see from the existing one, RSS feed and this Flickr source feed, the layout UI pages differs actually. So here, since it's an image-based UI, it has only 2 options: showing all this in a beautiful tile, or showing that on these are the 2 different options available. And the content, again the same thing. What content you want to show: title, summary, image, published date, or the Flickr feed, whatever you want, you can save it. Okay, now the 3rd page. There is one more page, right? Once on clicking the image, we want to show the image. So clicking on that, we'll have the different layout for the images as well. Let's do this. That remains the same. That I'm not going to make any changes here. The extra field, the same content, the same options. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so now the Flickr feed page is also ready. Done. Let's add one more section, which is the last one, which is the YouTube source. Add a section. Okay, I'm going to add. So you can see the existing data sources which we have used it. That as well lines up over here. If you want to add one more page and show some other, use the existing data source, we can do that as well over here. Let's go with the YouTube videos and select the YouTube data source. And click on save. Again, this section will create a separate data source with separate pages. Okay, so this is the data source and this is the pages. Let's click on the data source. Let's configure the data source first. Okay, what we'll do is okay. So here the data source we have 2 options over here. Search the YouTube API with a particular keyword, or if you have a channel, just put the channel ID over here. Just click on channel and you can give the channel ID or search. Let me search with Lumia 1020 videos and click on refresh. Okay. These are the latest Lumia 1020 videos that has been searched from the from the YouTube. Just click on save changes. Okay, one second. Now we have the data source ready. Again, go with the UI part now. These are the different layouts for the YouTube video showcase option. I just click with one particular layout. Again, the changes remains. You can do the changes on the content. Select what are the data you want, everything. Then click on save changes. I think there is some disturbance. We are almost on the completing stage. Let's do that. And the other page is the video page, where clicking on the video, how we want to show the video over here. I would request that attendees to just be on mute for a couple of more minutes. We'll finish off the session. Okay, so I'm just not making any of the changes. I'm using the base layout over here. Just click on save the YouTube video. So that is as well, it's been configured. And I think all the different sections I have added over here, menu, RSS, Flickr feed, video, YouTube's and everything is done now. Click on next. Go to the next section. That is app styling. I'm not going to touch anything over here. Let it be the bank app styling part. Nice. Let's configure the tiles. I have much focus on designing the tiles. It's really pretty good design. Let's do a small edit over here. Ladybird app. Okay. That's it. So going to the last stage, summary. Okay, so my app has 4 sections, 7 pages and 3 data sources. Right. Let me generate the code. Yes. Okay, meanwhile we downloaded a code from a previous the template demo. So this is the source code. Just I unzip the source code. You can see the complete solution is available over here. I'm just going to open my solution in the Visual Studio 2013. If you have 2012, use the 2012 one, or just download the Express edition, which is free of cost. These are the ultimate editions, so you can use the Express edition, which is free of cost.
Yes, I got it. All, yeah. Right?
Okay, so this is the app which we developed in the initial stage. So everything is ready. I'm just going to run the app in my emulator. Meanwhile, let me also download the app source code which we have done, the customized our own data source app. I'm just going to save that hopefully as well. This is a demo app. Save it. Okay, now it's taking some time. Basically what it will do is it will get all the NuGet packages, uninstalled packages in my local machine. It will be trying to get those data over the network, so it takes some time. Meanwhile, what we'll do is, let me also unzip my Ladybird demo app. Try to open that in Visual Studio 2012. Okay, so here if you go to the source, this also has all these NuGet packages and libraries, repositories, everything in place. So this is really very good thing that Microsoft has inbuilt with this App Studio, where we can download the source code, make alterations. This will be very good for the developers to make the alterations from their source. Okay, now it's taking some time to, okay, the emulator is restarted over here. Let me open the FID web app as well over here. Solution. Okay, so let it go. Meanwhile, I see there are some questions. First question is, I have Nokia Lumia 520. Please let me know what can deploy my own app in my mobile, and please let me know any your way can see some sample app for learning purpose. Okay. So to install your app, there is when installing the SDK, we have this Windows Phone Power Tools. So this is the tool where we'll deploy your app directly over here if you have the zap files that has been downloaded, or if you have your own source code which has been developed with Visual Studio, directly from the Visual Studio you can deploy it onto the device. Basically, instead of selecting the emulator, you need to connect your device over here, which is unlocked. This is very much important. You need to unlock your device. Then click on the option over here to deploy the application directly onto the device. Then you can deploy the application to the device. Or if you have the zap file, you can select the device over here, connect it, and deploy the application. Basically, the zap file to the device from this tool. Okay, I think it's taking some more time. That is a very time. Okay, let's see other questions. Okay, so there's a question from Anil. When we download the source, why does it generate build errors? Is it because of assemblies? I'm not sure. When we got the build errors, Anil, can you be more specific? I think you can come online, unmute, and we can let us discuss on that.
Hello, Karthik, can you hear me?
Yes, Anil.
Okay, great. So just give me a second.
Sure.
So basically, Karthik, when I tried to download this source file, right, the Visual Studio project,
Okay.
The problem happened was when I tried to build, it gave me some third-party NuGet something assemblies.
Yes.
So is there a way how we can simplify that, please?
Yes, definitely. So yeah, what you need to do is basically it's trying to get the data, get the NuGet packages. So just go to the tools, library packet manager, then just let it open. There is an option where you need to check it. Tick the checkbox where allow the Visual Studio to get the NuGet packages. Just doing that, that errors will be get rid of. So what are the missing packages, exe files, everything will be automatically taken out from NuGet. So this is the option. So just click on this.
Oh.
So it will automatically take all these NuGet packages.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Karthik.
Sure. I think it's taking some time to load my emulator. So it's always there when I open my emulator for the first time. Let's see if it's going to get loaded. Always. Okay. Let's see. If you have any specific questions, you can just put across here. Meanwhile, let's see if the emulator is loaded. Okay.
And also another important point, Karthik, if I may add, is that these apps can be directly, once they are generated, they become release mode ready?
Yes, right. The zap files are release mode packages.
Right. So which means you can directly put it onto the marketplace, correct?
Right, exactly.
Awesome. Thank you.
And there is one more specific thing. If you want to put that package onto your device to test it, you need to install a certificate, which has been all. the certificate will be sent directly to your email, where you can download the certificate and install it onto your device.
Right.
Let's see if it's not going to open up. I think we are almost 10 minutes past 4, right?
And how do we download the Windows Power Tools, phone Power Tools application, please?
This one we can directly download. I think there is a link with the Codeplex. That is one thing, yeah, that is there. And I think by default, the latest SDK package, this gets installed in Windows 8, which I'm not exactly sure, because I don't think I installed it by myself. Anyway, I'll check that and I'll let you know.
Sure, sure. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, I think there is one installed. Okay, let me do that. So I think there is, I mean, the inverter is taking much of the time to load over here. Let's see for another 2 minutes. It's not going to load. Let's freeze this over here. If you have any questions, you can just let me know. So you can just let me know your feedback. I'm available in my mail ID where I'll respond. At least I'm not regularly, maybe within a week or so. I'll definitely refer to your mails. So if there's anything specific you want to know about the App Studio, or if you have any feedback where we need to pass it on to the Microsoft product team, you can definitely put across to me, so that I'll definitely pass on the information, pass on the feedback to the product team, so that they can come up with a better App Studio where it will be more productive and more useful to build the apps. So I think it's getting loaded. I think it should load. Let's see.
Karthik, one question.
Sure.
Is that whenever, supposing if the device does not have internet and we're trying to pull the RSS key, that time will the App Studio generate a custom exception for us, or we need to code that by downloading the source code and modifying it?
Yeah, we need to do that, man. App Studio doesn't know that. We need to do that by changing it.
I see. Okay. So once it's downloaded, it becomes as a debug version, and then we need to and do the change. And then we need to build the release version.
Exactly. So this is basically right. The focus over is it should be used 50% on the initial phase, like a prototype. Then it gives some idea to the developer to build on top of it. So just download it and you can customize it as per the requirement.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. So I think it's not going to load. I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay, so I think let's freeze it over here. If you have any questions, you can put across. And I think our next the BDotnet webinar series will be on 14th of September. So we'll pass on the information about the topic and other things on our Facebook page. So the event will be shared over here. Sindhil, over to you.
Sure, Karthik. Thanks, Karthik, for the wonderful session on the Windows Phone App Studio. I feel users with even little coding knowledge too